Hi, I'm Meredith from artsandclassy.com. Let's get started. Alright, so first up you're going to grab a wood crate. You can find these at most craft stores. I actually got this at Home Depot. Take some verithane wood stain. Now this is an oil-based stain, so you're going to want to make sure you are using gloves while you apply the stain, and you're going to want to make sure you have a brush or a staining sponge, and you're going to want to make sure that you do this outdoors because this is going to smell very, very chemically, and you want to make sure that you're not inhaling the fumes. So let's take this outside. All right, so I'm taking my paintbrush and I am applying an even thin stroke of my weathered gray verithane wood stain. I'm going to apply this over the entire crate, and then it's going to take approximately 1 to 2 hours to dry. There are a lot of little nooks and crannies, so taking your time and not rushing through this step is really important. And you can always take a rag to remove any excess stain to help you get through this a little bit quicker, to help it dry a little faster. While we're waiting for my wood crate to dry after applying the stain, it's going to take probably about an hour. I went ahead and had a piece of plywood cut to the same size as the top of the crate, and this is actually going to be turned into kind of an upholstered top. So what you're going to need for this step is a piece of fabric that you like, and then I'm using some quilting batting. However, you're welcome to use foam if you'd like. This is what I had available. So I kind of cut it relatively close to the size of the top, and I'm going to use a staple gun. I'm actually going to use the fabric, and I'm going to cover the piece of plywood. I'm going to try and get it framed up to the size of the plywood just so that I see the designs that I want to see. So the name of the game with this part of this step is to pull the fabric taut to make sure that you're eliminating any wrinkles. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to use a staple gun to secure this to the top of the lid. So I'm trying to pull it as taut as I can. So we're going to flip it over just to kind of see. All right, perfect. So I'm going to be pulling this in so many different directions so that I'm eliminating any wrinkles. Now you can either do one of two things. When you have these edges that start to get kind of bulky, I want to make sure that this lid closes pretty nicely. So I'm probably going to cut off some of this excess fabric, but I want to make sure that I'm finishing the edge around on the corner, so I don't want it to look super sloppy. So you're going to want to grab some scissors. I'm just going to eliminate that excess. All right, I want to preface this step with make sure that you pre-drill some pilot holes in the sides of the lid if you're going to make this project for your decorative hinges, and then use a sharp object to poke holes through the fabric where the pilot holes are, just so you don't end up in a kerfuffle where your drill totally sucks up all your fabric as you're trying to drill the screws in. So use a manual screwdriver for this. I'm gonna line it up where I put my holes, and then I'm going to drill this in. Makes it so much easier. Now what we're gonna do, because this wood is so pliable, you don't need to pre-drill, and I wouldn't recommend doing it just because these pieces of wood aren't super duper thick, but the screws that came with the decorative hinges aren't very long, so I feel pretty confident it's gonna hold just fine. And now I'm gonna go in with a screwdriver and just manually secure it. All right, so there we go. We have a lid that opens and closes. The last step we are going to take is attaching wheels to the base of this storage ottoman so it will roll around. Okay, so now we're going to apply these fun little vintagey wheels to the base of the ottoman. So I have some very tiny little screws. Our ottoman with opening lid is now complete. All right, there you have it. I have my cute new rolling storage ottoman with lid. As you can see, I have little decorative hinges on the back, and I think the wheels just add a really cute little vintagey touch to it, especially since it's a fun weathered gray color. And it's perfect for blanket storage, it's perfect for pillow storage. If you want to use it as a crate for dog toys or cat toys, I think it would be a great solution for your home. Thank you so much for watching Home Talk, and I will see you next time. Bye!